To kick off the Champions League, let's reminisce a little bit. A couple of weeks ago, FC Barcelona traveled to Paris to face the almighty PSG, France's powerhouse club. What was meant to be a clash of giants would end up being an utter massacre. PSG kept the 3 points at home with the monstrous 4-0 victory over Los Catalanes. Many people thought the series was over because even though there was one game left, Barca needed to win 4-0 in order to take the game to overtime or win it 5-0 to take the W. Conceding a goal was not an option, because for those of you who know and for those who are about to find out, an away goal counts for more than a home goal. Pretty much 1.1 to kind of simplify it. As we come back to Barcelona, the game kicks off and Barcelona doesn't seem to be on their A game as the entire world would have thought. Barca manages to take a 3-0 lead going into halftime, but things did not seem right. Some of the ref calls were questionable, 2 of the goals were very sloppy, and the third one was a PK taken by Lionel Messi. PSG decided to toughen up a bit as the second half commenced and did the unthinkable on Barcelona. As PSG Edison Cavani scores, Barcelona's hopes were demolished. Just as the world thought Barcelona would be eliminated this early in the tournament, the most unimaginable game became a reality. Even though there were several calls not made and a second questionable penalty call, Los Catalanes managed to score 3 goals in the closing 8 minutes of the match. Barcelona has now taken a 6-1 lead and the final whistle is blown. Say what you will about the officiating, but if PSG's caliber cannot let a 4-0 lead slip through their fingers, let alone allow for a team to score 6 goals on them, 9 out of 10 times, PSG would have taken this game. Only 8 teams remain in the Champions League, none of them lightweights. Leicester City, who enters the Champions League for the first time in history, is already making waves in the tournament. They will be facing last year's dominant runner-up, Atletico Madrid, led offensively by French juggernaut Antoine Griezmann. As Monaco passed after upsetting Manchester City 3-1 at home and leaving the English side knocked out, and will be facing German underdogs Borussia Dortmund, who have the American kid prodigy Christian Pulisic, who netted a goal in his last fixture versus Benfica. Next up, we have a battle of international titans as FC Bayern and Real Madrid square off. This is a David and Goliath of all the matches we have had so far this year, and you can expect a battle to the death from both sides. Lastly, the fortunate Barcelona will face last year's Italian League Serie A champions Juventus, after the astonishing defeat they had over PSG in the second leg of the round 16s. Well, that wraps it up for this episode of Soccer Recap. I'm Franco Araujo.